现在我们在船上，就是有一个游船可以游览伦敦的，不过不是那个最大的，是比较小的，是 original 的。然后它会到伦敦动物园，所以我们可以坐自助游船去。它应该快开了吧？它10点半开的。
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Good morning. Welcome aboard Jason's ship. Going to be making our way down to Camden Town. We'll drop you right in the heart of the market. Few safety procedures as we set off. In case of emergencies, we've got life buoys above your heads on the roof. We've got fire extinguishers at the front of the rear of the boat. Even though this is an open boat, it's definitely non-smoking policy. It's bad for your health anyway. If you're taking any photos along the way, make sure you've got the straps of your cameras firmly around your wrists or around your neck. We don't want to lose any more cameras in here. And I've got 7,000 drying out at home already. So when we begin our journey here, this is the Little Venice Browning's Pool, named after the poet Sir Robert Browning, who lived in the area. This is the Grand Union Canal. It starts at the bridge behind me. Our canals were built over 200 years ago for industry. It was before we had any type of engine. So before trains, before cars, before planes, but we had boats and we made the most of them, and we built over 4,500 miles on nearly 7,000 kilometres of canals throughout England and Wales. Now if we were to turn our boat around and head the other way, we could reach cities such as Birmingham, Nottingham, Leicester, Derby, Sheffield, Manchester, Liverpool, York, down to Bath, over to Bristol. So a whole network of canals throughout the whole country, all for carrying cargo. Now before we had engines in our boats were pulled by horses, and in this case on the left hand side is where the horse walked with ropes attached pulling the boat along. One horse equals 1 horsepower, and that could easily pull a boat of around 40 to 50 tons of cargo. Now, at this blue bridge here, Warwick Avenue Bridge, we enter a different canal. This is the Regent's Canal, which was built slightly later. The Grand Union was completed in 1801, and the Regent's Canal was built in 1812, and its main purpose was to link the industrial north of England with the city of London. Now, all these boats moving cargoes around cause their wear and tear on our canals and canal infrastructure, and just here on the left-hand side is the old toll house. And this is where boats would stop to pay their toll fees, just here, here on the left. And they would pay according to the weight of their cargo. And the way that you weigh a boat is you measure the load line on the side of the boat, just above the water line, and then you can determine the weight of the cargo. Now as we head down the Regent's Canal, have a look at the boats on either side of us. These boats are called narrow boats, not to be confused with barges or houseboats, but they are called narrow boats, and they are called that because, unlike this particular canal, which is quite wide, many of our canals, especially in the countryside, are very narrow, and so we have to build our boats to fit them, so hence the name narrow boats. Now, these boats that you can see here have been specifically designed and made for people to live in, and people do live in them all year round. They have all modern conveniences, just like your average typical home. They have a direct electricity supply. You can just see the small electricity substations on the towpath. They have a direct water supply to fill their tanks for showers and toilets. They have wood and coal burners to keep them warm in the winter. They have gas bottles for cooking, TV, Wi-Fi, everything that the modern home has, except they have one big advantage over your average homeowner. They can untie their ropes and off they go on holiday, knowing that when they come back their mooring will still be here, because you have to pay for your moorings in central London, so if you do leave it to go away on a cruise, no one can jump in your place.
这个长得蛮好看的，这艘船，长得非常的高大。这个船好像就是有些什么，刚才好像说还有厕所，真的，还有WiFi，是不是我听错了？
Now we have about 23,000 people still living on boats in and around London. Now have a look at the boat that you're travelling on. This boat is Jason. If you look on the inside, you can see that it's held together by rivets. This boat was constructed just before welding was invented. Jason is 110 years old. We're very proud of our boat, Jason. Traditional old working boats, so it's held together, a wood, an iron composite boat held together with rivets. So where you are